All right, this is Brent Reed with Coastal Crew Change. I'm doing some commentary driving, and here we go. Got my seatbelt on, our safety vest on, and we're gonna take a little ride. So here we are. I'm looking left, looking right in our parking lot. Feather my brake, making sure we're safe to exit. I'm gonna take a left right here on Highway 90. I'm communicating with my blinker. I'm coming to a complete stop. I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm looking left again. It's clear for me to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and ease left into the right lane. I'm centering, I'm looking ahead. I see a pedestrian on the left side of the road walking. I see some cars coming on the left-hand side. I'm monitoring my speed. The speed limit's about 50 miles an hour, so I'm going well beyond that. There's nothing in front of them. I'm looking behind. They got a car probably about 3, 4, 5 seconds behind. They got another car coming. They have a car to the left with some stuff around it, but we're all right. Nobody in front. We're still looking. I'm looking ahead. I see there's a curve coming up, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit, and a signal light as well. See some cars coming around the curve. Monitoring that. They have a car coming closer to my back, my rear, so I'm gonna maintain my speed. The speed limit is still 50. I'm still going about 40 miles an hour, 42 miles an hour. Coming up, looking ahead, looking around, making sure everything's all right. I see a truck up ahead coming into my lane, and it's a crossing now, so we're good. I also see a street sign, stop sign ahead, which is red. 18-wheeler just pulled out and cars are pulling out, so there's some intersections up ahead. Intersection on Broad coming up, nothing's coming. We're looking around, looking behind. I'm gonna communicate with my signal that I'm gonna be turning left, feathering my brake, slowing down. It is a yellow yield arrow, so I'm gonna yield to oncoming traffic. I'm looking right, everything is stopped. Looking left, car, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here just to be safe, because it is turning red. There we go. Intersection's coming. I'm parked behind the white line, plenty of room. They got cars coming on both sides through the intersection, and a car turning left above me, in front of me, I'm sorry. Traffic speeding through the signal lights pretty quick around here, so we got to make sure we're always looking left, right, and behind. There's nothing behind me. They got a car to the side of me, plenty of room. No pedestrians or cyclists I don't see. They do have a fireworks stand to the right, but that's nothing to do with us. We're making a left-hand turn, as I said, but just monitoring our traffic around me. It is good to keep looking left and looking right, making sure that no traffic will interfere with us. Keep looking behind, and I'm communicating with my blinker that I am making a left-hand turn when the light turns green. The light is green. I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm looking left again. We're good to go. I'm easing into that left turn into the right lane. The speed limit is 45 miles an hour. I'm increasing my speed. I'm looking ahead. There's nothing in front of me, so I don't have to worry about following distance. I'm looking ahead. I do see that there is a hotel, no pedestrians, nothing, nobody in front of me. I see a car on the left-hand side of me in the rear coming up, but we're fine. There is a railroad crossing. In our commercial vehicles, we are required to stop at a railroad crossing. Complete stop at the white line. In a personal vehicle, of course, we do not have to stop at a railroad crossing. However, I always, as a good rule of thumb, always kind of slow down, because you never know with these arms. Sometimes they do work, sometimes they don't in Louisiana. So I always do slow down, because the railroad tracks are bump in. Make sure that look left, look right, make sure everything's okay. We're fine. Looking ahead, I see that there is a exit for I-10 East towards Lafayette. I'm gonna exit that ramp. I'm in this right lane already, centered, nothing above, nothing beyond. I have my communicating with my blinker, let everybody know that I'm exiting on here. I see a car turning into that as well, and I have a yield sign coming up, so I'm gonna yield and make sure there's no traffic coming. Feather my brake, I'm slowing the yield. I'm using the rock and roll technique. I'm yielding, looking. There is nothing coming. I'm good to go. I'm gonna accelerate a little bit here on this on-ramp. And I see I'm looking ahead at the interstate and have a little bit of traffic up ahead flowing good. So I will look and see and yield as I go on to the on I-10 East. Coming around, looking ahead, it looks good, everything looks clear, everything looks good. I'm communicating that I want to get in that next lane with my blinker. People are moving over, I'm using the rock and roll. I'm looking at my mirrors, I have plenty of mirrors, looking at my mirrors every 2 to 3 seconds still. Look at my rearview mirror, I'm good. Yeah, and this car's coming around, so we're good. Speed limit is 70 miles an hour I see. I'm going well below that. I have plenty of following distance in front of me. I can see that because that van had just passed that 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007. So actually I got about a 7-second buffer in between us. So we're actually doing well. I can actually increase my speed a little bit to go with the flow of traffic. Still going ahead, I'm looking ahead. I see cars in the middle lane and the right lane, still plenty of room in between us. Look, checking my mirrors, everything's fine to the left, to the right. I'm not boxed in, I'm staying in the right lane, that way I don't get boxed in. Leaving myself plenty of room in between me and the cars in front of us, that way we leave plenty of following distance in case something happens, I need to react, a good reaction time. Looking in my rearview mirror, I see 18-wheeler coming up behind us, still plenty of distance. Looking up ahead, I see an overpass coming up. If I was in a commercial vehicle, that would be aware of that with the head clears, but in this vehicle, we have plenty of room. Looking at my speed limit, still well below speed limit, 4 or 5 miles an hour below the speed limit, so we're doing good. Speed limit still 70 miles an hour, centered in the right lane. Looking ahead, a couple of vehicles in front of us, a couple of vehicles looking at my mirrors every 2 or 3 seconds. So yeah, we got a vehicle in the middle lane coming up and an 18-wheeler behind us. Still checking, moving my head, always checking mirrors every 2 to 3 seconds. The truck here, he's coming flying next to us, so we're all right. We're in the right lane. Plenty of followers. He's turned his blinker on to communicate that he's getting the right lane, so I'm gonna ease up a little bit. He's still going fast enough where I got plenty of following distance. He just passed up that tree, so let's go 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, almost 1006. So we're plenty of following distance in between me and the vehicle in front. They have a vehicle behind. I see that 18-wheeler starting to creep up on me, so we're doing good. I'm still going a couple of miles under the speed limit, and he's communicating that he's turned his blinker on, so I'm checking my mirrors. He's getting in the left lane to go around me, which is fine. Looking ahead, you see a frontage road on the other side, on the right side, but it's clear, no traffic. Traffic in front, plenty of room in front. 18-wheeler's on my left side. He's passing me up, doing the speed limit. Everything's fine. Looking behind, still traffic's behind me, well behind. So we're doing good. Looking ahead 15 seconds, still looking, see traffic's flowing good. Now the 18-wheeler in front of me is communicating that he's getting in the right lane in front of me, so I'm going to slow down, give him a little bit of following distance room. We still probably have, let's see, he's passed up the sign, so we go 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. So I'm following distance, is perfect. Got a car coming up on my left, check my mirrors, he's just flying by. He's probably not doing the speed limit, but that's okay. That's why we're looking for him. Have another vehicle on my left coming, but that's why I'm staying in the right-hand lane, staying safe. Looking ahead, looking around, looking behind, checking my mirrors, watching my speed. Still looking ahead, seeing if anything's coming up. Everything's flowing fine. No, they have some construction on the frontage road to our right, but I don't see any construction in our lane, so that's good. They got a few cars coming up behind. They're communicating. They're getting in the left lane, passing us, so that's good. I'm looking ahead. I do see some construction workers. I'm gonna go ahead and feather my brake, cover my brake, and I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I'm looking at my rear view mirrors, checking it. They're doing all right. There's nothing in our lane. We're fine. Car just got in our lane, so I'm making sure I've got plenty of following distance between me and them. couple of workers doing some work. See cones out, but they're on the frontage road, so that's plenty of distance between us and them, but I still want to slow it down just in case if they're in the median or something. Looking ahead 15 seconds, I see a sign coming up, probably some more road construction maybe. But we'll see. Yeah, there's a sign coming up letting us know that there probably is road construction coming up. Looking behind, they got some cars far behind. I'm looking ahead, the car in front of me is well beyond 4 to 5 seconds, so we're doing good. The speed limit is still 70. It's probably looking like it's slowing down in a couple of miles. So right lane 2 miles ahead is saying, so we're doing good. Some construction during this time, I'm assuming. Looking through my mirrors, checking my mirrors, making sure nobody's coming around. Everybody's pretty far behind and pretty far in front. Speed limit still 70 right now, so I'm doing 62, 63, so we're doing good. I'm looking ahead, they have an exit coming up with a town and an overpass. I do see some trucks exiting the exit right there, so I'm feather my brakes, slow down a little bit, give them plenty of time to exit. Checking my mirrors, still checking my mirrors. They got cars coming behind, but they're still far enough back where I don't have to worry about them. The trucks ahead of me exited the exit ramp, so I'm doing good. Still looking around, looking left, see if any pedestrians, cyclists, nothing. Traffic's flowing good. I'm noticing some road works in 1 mile, so I'm gonna slow my speed down. And I'm looking ahead, and the speed does say it's dropping from 70 to 60, so I'm going to drop my speed. I'm looking behind. They have cars coming up a little faster now, so I'm going to stay in my right lane, looking at them, pay attention. They have up ahead, I'm looking, they have an 18-wheeler getting on the interstate as we speak, watching him. I still have plenty of following distance between me and him. And they have a cop, of course, giving people speeding tickets today if they're going not above the speed limit in a work zone. And the speed limit is still says 60 miles an hour. We're going 57, 58 right now. I'm looking ahead, and they have a car got in my lane. I'm counting 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. We're looking left. A motorcyclist coming up. He's doing all right. He's in his own lane. Another car's coming as well. Looking behind, they got traffic coming. Still in some road construction area. Looking ahead, they have an exit sign. I'm gonna take this exit right here. Right lane, the exit ahead. So I'm gonna communicate that. I'm communicating that with my blinker. It's blinking at least 3 to 5 times. Speed limit, slow down. They're picking up the ones that's going 66. I'm going 52, and I'm exiting this exit right here. I'm looking ahead. I noticed they got cones out, barrels out to let you know it's road construction. So I'm gonna go ahead and slow it down even more because I know that there's road construction right here. I can tell that with all the signage and lights, strobe lights, that there is road construction. Looking behind, they got a car behind me, but he's plenty far enough back. Road's a little rough, so I'm gonna take it a little slower than the speed limit actually says. Speed limit's actually saying exit, and that's just the exit. And this lane is close to my left, so it is just a 1-lane road right here. And it's almost a detour, it looks like. So I'm feathering my brakes, slowing down, coming around this curve. Want to take it nice and easy because you don't know if a car's, stopped on the other side of the curve. Everything looks good. I'm looking ahead, no cars stopped. Everything looks good. I notice there is signs telling me that there's going to be a stop sign up ahead, so I know to be prepared for that. Looking ahead, I don't see around this curve. They have a car stopped at a stop sign. He's making a left. They have this way going. I'm going to communicate. They have a car behind me. I'm communicating. Then I'm going to take a right. At this stop sign. I'm going to come to a complete stop at this stop sign. I'm going to look left, which is a car coming. A couple of cars coming. I want to make sure that I'm clear. I'm looking left. I'm looking right. I'm looking left again. Cars are cleared. There's a car stopped. I'm looking left, I'm looking right, looking left again. Plenty of time. Getting in this right lane. There's a car coming to my left. He's in the left-hand lane. And I see signs up ahead that says in road work. So road work is ended right here. I'm looking ahead. This car it's coming in, I'm gonna go ahead and feather my brake a little bit, give him plenty of following distance. Let's check in my mirrors. Everything's clear on the left and the right. And I'm looking ahead, and they have like a little overpass coming up, so I'm gonna keep it slow. Speed limit is 45 miles an hour. I am going 42 miles an hour. I'm gonna take it easy and feather my brake a little bit over this overpass, because we don't know what's on the other side of the overpass. Could be people stop, cars stop, pedestrians, you never know. So we always want to take it easy when you're coming over an overpass. Still checking my mirrors. We have a car behind me, probably 5-6 seconds behind us. Car in front of us, at least 5 to 10 seconds. So we're doing good. Coming to overpass, 2-lane road. We're gonna see what's coming up ahead. Checking my mirrors, looking around. Everything looks good. No debris on the road. Looking ahead, looking behind. Feather my brake coming down, make sure. I do see some pedestrians on the left-hand side of the road with some cone work, so we're gonna go ahead and slow down. Speed limit is 45. I'm slowing down to 40 just to make sure. The car behind me is coming up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and ease up and let them know there's a pedestrian on the right-hand side as well, so they are doing some construction. I'm gonna go ahead and slow down. They're doing some line work, it looks like. I'm gonna come to a crawl to make sure that we're all right. Looking up ahead, make sure we have plenty of clearance. And they're doing some crane work, so we're doing all right. Looking ahead, they have a car stopped ahead on the side, so I'm making sure that we're gonna have plenty of clearance for him. Just taking slow, feathering my brake, making sure that, you know, he don't get out. They have an intersection right here, so I'm looking left, looking right, make sure nobody comes in our lane. I'm taking this curve on 90 West, looking left. I'm seeing there is some cars coming, but they're turning right. I do have a yield, so I'm gonna yield. I'm using the rock and roll technique, looking left as far as I can. No traffic coming. Coming to a yield. We're clear to go. I'm gonna go ahead and accelerate on 90 West. So I'm looking ahead. They have some cars coming at the intersection. I'm looking right, make sure nothing's coming. Looking at this gas station, no pedestrians. They do have a little bit of road construction here. Car passing me, let them go, that's fine. Still going the speed, under the speed limit. Speed limit around here is 40 miles an hour. Waiting for it to raise up. So it looks like we're in like a small residential area. I'm looking around for pedestrians or cyclists or just people in general, but everything looks clear as of right now. I'm looking ahead 15 seconds. I do see there's another stoplight ahead. It is at red right now. So being prepared for that. Looking around, checking my mirrors. I do see there's vehicles behind us, but they're in plenty of distance behind. I'm looking ahead. The vehicle in front is plenty of distance in front. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Plenty of distance, following distance. So that light just turned green, so I know it's a fresh green light. And I'm still going the speed limit. Car coming into my lane. I'm looking at the intersection. He just turned in. And they have two cars stopped on the right-hand side of the intersection. And I'm gonna feather my brake because that green light turned green when I was further back. So I'm just looking, it's perfectly green. Looking left, looking right, we're still good. No, if nobody's coming in. Speed limit is still 40, I'm going 33. Doing good. People above us, in front of us are going well beyond 5 seconds of us. People behind us are well beyond 5 seconds. Still looking around, checking my mirrors. Looking to the left, looking to the right. Another curve, it looks like, coming up ahead. They got some people stopping. I see tail lights, so I'm feathering my brake again. Somebody was taking a right, so we're doing good. Checking my mirrors every 2 to 3 seconds. And making sure we have plenty of following distance and the people behind us have plenty of room behind us. I noticed that the speed limit is increasing to 50 miles an hour in front of us, so I'm gonna go ahead and accelerate a little bit. Looking left, residentials, making sure looking right, making sure no cyclists or pedestrians are walking the roads. Up ahead, I do see some orange cones. Not sure if it's construction or just people. They put them out sometime, let them know where their driveway is, but don't look like construction right now. There is a curve coming up ahead, so I'm gonna feather my brake a little bit just to make sure that we're being safe. Checking my mirrors, seeing that car behind me. He's a little closer than he was before, but we're fine. Actually, the speed limit's increasing to 55 miles an hour on this road, so we'll accelerate a little bit just to go with the flow of traffic. Looking ahead at that truck in front of me, and he is well beyond 5 seconds. I'm looking around. It's just a rural area. Looking around, maybe if there's any wild alligators that might run out in front of us down here. You never know. I do see some flashing lights up ahead now, where it could be some construction or some sort of medical emergency. But I do see something come this way. I'm gonna go ahead and feather my brakes, slow down. Looking behind me, people slow down behind me. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and slow down and give him some room to operate. Looking around, everything's fine. It was a sheriff department, so going to emergency, we give him the right of way anytime he needs. Looking around behind me, they got plenty of room ahead, plenty of room. So I'm increasing my speed now because we know the speed is 55 miles an hour. Looking left, looking right, checking my mirrors and rear view mirror. The guy behind me is still pretty far behind, still decent. Looking ahead, they got some oncoming traffic in their lane. I'm centered in my lane still. I'm driving along. Speed limit is 55. I'm going 55. Go ahead and drop off a little bit just in case. The guy behind me is still doing his speed limit. He's 45 seconds behind me, so we're doing good. Checking my mirrors every 2 to 3 seconds. Looking ahead, constantly see what's going on, and looking around, make sure that there's nothing coming and nothing that could possibly run out in front of us. It's just a rural area, but I'm still looking ahead because you never know in these areas what might happen. So always being safe, looking in my mirrors every 2 to 3 seconds, looking ahead. I know some car did turn up there, but we're fine. He's well beyond 5-6 seconds. I'm looking ahead still. Every road is clear. Checking my mirrors every 2 to 3 seconds. He's behind me. Checking miles per hour. Going under the speed limit. Looking around, making sure everything's all right. Making sure my passenger's okay. My passenger's all right. He's still alive. Looking around, looking ahead. I do see some cars coming towards me, so I'm gonna be mindful of that. They're in their lane. They're doing good. Guy behind me is plenty of distance behind me. I'm checking my mirrors, make sure he's behind me. Plenty of distance. Doesn't need any more room. The guy, I do see a van turning in front, so that's fine. Plenty clear of that, and a car coming across the intersection. So I'm gonna slow down. They might have a little intersection up here coming up just to make sure that nobody's coming out, because I'm looking ahead 15. I can see that those guys turning. Looking around, checking my mirrors, making sure everything's all right. They're looking like they're still 5 seconds, at least 5 seconds behind me. Nobody now is in front of me. All I see is oncoming traffic in the opposite lane coming towards me, and they're in their lane doing fine. Checking my mirrors, looking around, looking ahead. And this was the intersection I was talking about. I guess this is fine. I'm looking left, I'm looking right, looking left, everything is good. Feather my brake a little bit. It does look like a youth center, so maybe that's why they're having a little traffic in and out. Looking ahead, traffic coming my way, looking behind. They got one car behind me, checking my mirrors, everything is good, both sides. Checking my speed limit still 55 miles an hour. I'm going 54 miles an hour as of right now. A little feather my brake a little bit because there's a little some homes and stuff to the right hand side. You never know if kids are off at this time of the year. They might be riding bikes, but I don't see any pedestrians, any cyclists at this time. Looking ahead, have a little bridge, but nothing to be worried about. Looking ahead still, they got cars coming in my direction in the opposite lane, one well above 5, 6, 10 seconds. Speed limit still 55, I'm going 54. I'm looking, checking my mirrors every 2 to 3 seconds. They got a car behind me, well beyond probably 5 seconds. I'm looking ahead, I don't see any cars in front of me, just cars coming my way in the opposite lane. They're in their lane, I'm centered in my lane, we're perfectly safe. Speed limit's 55, I'm going 54. I'm gonna feather my brake a little bit because they look like they have a shopping center or something right here, just in case people want to. This guy's in my left is turning left, so I'm watching. making sure they just don't turn. I'm looking right here, looking around, making sure other drivers don't try to drive out and without looking. So I just wanted to slow it down because it looks like a shopping center or something. Looking behind me, checking my mirrors. This car behind me is still, you know, a couple, 3-4 seconds behind me. Looks like, so we're fine. Looking ahead, I do see a car pulling out in front, way up there, but we're still well beyond 5-10 seconds, so we're good. Looks like another residential area on the left. I'm looking around for any pedestrians or kids that might want to run out, looking around for any cyclists or people walking, but everything's looking all right so far. Checking my mirrors, everything looks good. Traffic's flowing fine. I do see an intersection coming up. I'm gonna slow down, feather my brake, and check, make sure nobody's coming through. And a gas station on the left and an exit on the right. So never know if they coming. I always want to make sure they're looking left, looking right, looking left again. Everything's good. Speed limit still 55 miles an hour. I'm going well beyond that, below that right now. I'm looking ahead. I see some cars coming my way in their lane, but they're fine. Checking my mirrors every 2-3 seconds. They're fine behind me. Looking around. It's just businesses and residential, but I don't see any pedestrians on the road or cyclists or anything like that. Keep checking my mirrors every 2-3 seconds, and everything looks good. Ahead of me, everything's fine. I do see a car on the left-hand side. Might want to come out. He's coming to a stop, so we're good. I got some oncoming traffic coming my way. I do see speed limit slow down to 50 miles an hour, so I'm feathering my brake and I'm slowing my speed well below that. I do see a traffic signal up ahead. It's a stale green light, stale red light right now. It's been red, so we know that it's been red for a little while. Speed limit is still 50 miles an hour, and we're going well below that right now. I'm looking ahead and have a truck stopped at the red light, and look with his blinker on, so he's turning right. I'm gonna feather my brake, slowing down, looking behind, making sure the truck stops behind me. I do notice this green light turned green, so I know it's a fresh green light. But what I'm still gonna do is feather my brake, and I'm gonna look left, and I'm gonna look right, and I'm gonna look left again to make sure everything's okay, and it is to go, so I'm going. Speed limit is 50 miles an hour, and we're going well below that. I do see some cars coming out up ahead, so we're fine. Nothing's in front of me. I'm looking ahead, there's nothing in front of me. I'm checking my mirrors every 2-3 seconds. There's nothing behind me. I'm looking around. Everything looks good. See, I do see a car coming out right now out of a store, but he stopped. We're good. Looking ahead, there's nothing. Everything's clear. I'm checking behind, looking at my mirrors. The guy behind just turned behind me. Plenty of room. Nothing in front. Everything looks good. Looking ahead, I do see a pedestrian on the left-hand side. I'm gonna feather my brake and slow down. It looks like he's walking, so I want to feather my brake, slow down, be mindful of him. And some cars parked on the right-hand side up ahead with some cones, so I do want to slow down to be aware of that. Look in there, all right. Speed limit is 50. We're doing all right. I'm gonna make a right-hand turn right here, so I'm gonna communicate that. Slow down, feather my brake. They have a guy behind me, so I'm feathering my brake, slowing down. Gonna make a right-hand turn, coming to a slow down stop, looking behind, looking around. He's good. Nothing's coming in front of me. Slow down, make a right-hand turn right here. Coming to a stop. Put in park. Let's Kirby, how I do?
You did great.
Thank you. Let that guy know that.
He did a great job.